Beginner's worst nightmare and more or less daily business for me, falling on the ice. And while my crashes sometimes look pretty dangerous, I nearly never hurt myself.
That was my back as I hit the ice.
While some amateurs just do one wrong step that sends them right into the hospital. But why? What am I doing right when I fall, and how can you do the same to avoid painful crashes on the ice? Coming up. Let's start with the obvious things, like protective gear. I'm wearing way less of those things than you might expect. Of course, I'm wearing a helmet for ramp jumps, but not anywhere else. I have some thin knee protectors sewed into my pants, but they are more for filming on my knees than to protect me from crashes. There, they would not make too much of a difference. My padded pants, especially the small piece of foam on the back, definitely do make a difference, so they are highly recommended. And yes, as a football goalkeeper, jumping and falling is my daily business, especially in the summer when the pitches can be rock hard. Those abilities and the training definitely help, even if the ice is a totally different thing.
Falling on the ice is very important. It's part of the process. It's what you got to do if you want to learn something new. At first you fail, and if you fail, you fall. So accept that falling is a thing that will happen if you want to be a better ice skater.
But there's definitely a right and a wrong way to do it. That depends on one thing: your posture or body position. A full tutorial is in the end card and linked below.
If you stand upright or even leaning back, you're way more likely to fall backwards. And this is something you want to avoid at all costs, because this is the most dangerous way of falling on the ice. Because let's say the easiest thing that can happen to you when you fall backwards is that you hit your hand. This is at least painful, but you can also break your hand when you fall like this and you land like this, because this is the reflex you're doing when you want to catch yourself when you fall backwards. The next thing that might happen is that your hand slips and you fall on your elbows. Way more uncomfortable than falling on your hands, but the most uncomfortable is a way too small word for that. But the worst thing that might happen to you if you fall backwards is that you hit your back head. So you fall, you slip, and it goes on your back head. I've seen this before in my life, and I don't want to go too much into the details what happens when you hit your back head, but trust me, you want to avoid that at all costs. Now I'm going to show you how you do it right.
So always bend your knees and your hip and lean a bit forward. This body position is not just giving you more stability on the ice, it also gives you the ability to control your fall.
I understand that you don't want to fall on the ice because you have fear from it, it might hurt you, but as learning a trick, learning to fall is part of the process, because if you're doing it right and if you learn how to do it right, it will be way less painful for you. So now, fall on purpose. Skate a little bit forwards and fall. But try to catch your fall with your hands and with your hip and roll a little bit sideways, like this. Not too bad, right? To avoid the most common pains, at first, don't try to fall like this, like catching your full weight at the fall with the bare hands. More, try to fall a little bit sideways, let the hands slip and fall. As you can see, I do it automatically. A little bit on your thighs, on your hip, on your butt, whatever. The most of us are way softer in this area, so it will hurt way less to fall like this on our soft regions than to fall straight on the hands, or even worse, on our bare knees where we are way harder. But however you fall, try to keep your head up on the ice. So if you fall like this, I don't have to explain it to you more, better fall like this and bring your arm under your head. Or in the best case, you just keep your head up when you fall, like this. This is the safest way of falling. Because falling on the hip can hurt. Falling on the elbows definitely hurts, or on the hands, or on the knees, it really hurts. But falling on our head, way different story of pain.
With all of this in mind, now practice falling. Skate, fall, and get back up. Skate, fall, and get back up. I fall that often on the ice that even some very crazy looking crashes are in the most cases not painful anymore. In the most cases.
What happened? Oh, it's over for today.
But as I said, pain is part of the process to become a better ice skater.
Also part of the process is to learn a correct body position or posture on ice. Here's the promised tutorial for that. If you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up for the algorithm. Please don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to check out my merch and my Instagram. That's it for today, guys. See ya!